Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul, Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to their SCP document review. And the SCP we're reviewing today is SCP-6585, Object Class, Archon. Special Containment Procedures. At the time of writing, 76 SCP-6585 instances have been implemented with subdermal tracking devices. These have proven unobtrusive enough to avoid triggering the creation of new instances. SCP-6585 manifestation events are to be monitored, but not directly interfered with. Amnestics should not be administered to civilian areas affected by SCP-6585, as researchers have concluded that this will likely interfere with the SCP-6585 manifestation schedule. Description: SCP-6585 is the collective designation for a group of anomalous domestic dogs, Canis familiaris, that periodically manifest in communities throughout the world. SCP-6585 instances are distinguishable by a thin white material attached to their fur with the words Community Dog written in black marker on either side. Materials found on SCP-6585 instances have included letter paper, napkins, as in the above picture, attached in the document, tissues, and paper towels. The identifying marker is anomalously resistant to damage and cannot be fully removed from the instance by any means, though it does not appear to cause them discomfort. SCP-6585 consists of a single pack of approximately 400 dogs, which shifts locations every 6 months. The term pack is used for convenience, despite manifesting in the same location and remaining in the same area as one another. Instances usually behave as individuals and do not regard each other with more affection or loyalty than their non-anomalous equivalents. A wide variety of dogs breeds have been recorded among SCP-6585 instances, ranging in size from the standard Chihuahuas, roughly 30 to 35 in the pack, to Irish Wolfhounds, 3 in the pack. SCP-6585 usually manifests in communities that are experiencing economic hardships and/or social turmoil. Individual instances will seek out members of the community that are under significant personal stress and essentially act as emotional support animals, often taking up residence in their homes. Subjects who interact with SCP-6585 universally report feelings of happiness and contentment while doing so, even among subjects who are known to strongly dislike dogs. When a manifestation event has concluded, all persons in the affected area will remember the event having occurred, but will not find the sudden disappearance of the instance unusual. SCP-6585 instances possess a number of anomalous properties that distinguish them from baseline dogs. They do not physically age or require nourishment of any kind, but will consume food for personal enjoyment. All defecation resulting from this consumption has taken place in an outside environment. To date, no SCP-6585 instance has ever defecated in an indoor area. Other behaviors are also alerted in comparison to non-anomalous dogs, generally in ways that make them more palatable to humans. For example, SCP-6585 instances enjoy receiving hugs and other forms of close physical affection from humans that non-anomalous dogs typically find unpleasant. Communities affected by SCP-6585 will generally not notice these anomalies, or will find them unremarkable if they do. Select SCP-6585 manifestation events. Events that took place before the Foundation's discovery of SCP-6585 were inferred to have occurred based on historical photographs and descriptions. January to June of 1930, New York City, United States. The stock market crash of 1929. July to December of 1943 in Los Angeles, United States, the Zoot Suit riots. January to June of 1957, Budapest, Hungary, the Hungarian Revolution. July to December of 1968, Bordeaux, France, May 68. July to December of 1989, Beijing, China, the Tiananmen Square protests of 1989. July to December of 1995, Seoul, South Korea, Sampong department store collapse. January to June of 1993, in London, United Kingdom, Black Wednesday. January to June of 2009, New York City, United States, the Great Recession. July to December of 2020, Minneapolis, United States, the George Floyd protests. Addendum 6585.A, Initial Containment Failure. When it was first discovered by the Foundation in 1968, SCP-6585 was classified as Euclid, and initial containment procedures called for the removal of said instances from affected communities. However, subsequent events following the first and only attempt at containment in 1970 led to the establishment of current monitoring protocols. In July of 1970, an active SCP-6585 event was discovered in Augusta, Georgia, believed to be a response to the riot that took place in the city 2 months earlier. After identifying the phenomenon in France in 1968 and spending the next 2 years researching its effects, Foundation scientists attempt to stop the Augusta event by collecting the instances and temporarily relocating them to a nearby site. The attempt initially appeared to neutralize the phenomenon, as the former instances exhibited traits of non-anomalous dogs. The community dog signs detached from their fur shortly after their removal from Augusta. However, 2 weeks later, Foundation agents stationed in Augusta reported an apparent SCP-6585 containment breach when approximately 550 domestic dogs were found throughout the city of Augusta bearing the signage of SCP-6585. Closer investigation revealed that the vast majority of these dogs were identical to those that had been previously owned by persons throughout the city. Upon questioning, the owners expressed no knowledge of their pets and identified them as stray dogs, even when directly shown evidence of their previous ownership. Researchers concluded that SCP-6585 replenished itself with domestic dog residents in the Augusta area, making them the new SCP-6585 instances in the process, and producing an anti-memetic effect to hide their disappearance from their previous pet owners. SCP-6585 instances did not leave Augusta at the end of 1970, deviating from their manifestation schedule. Instead, they remained in the city until January of 1972. During this time, an additional 137 dogs were discovered to have disappeared from their homes in the area. None were reported for missing or searched for by their owners, and SCP-6585 instances matching their descriptions were identified at the time or in later manifestation events. Following the Augusta containment breach, SCP-6585 was later reclassified as Archon. As of 2021, the current pack of SCP-6585 instances is the same as was originally produced in Augusta in 1970. Since that date, over 200 instances have detached from the main pack and remained in previous manifestation locations, losing their anomalous properties in the process. In all cases, these former SCP instances resided or continue to reside with persons that have a disability, for which a service dog is very helpful, most commonly blindness. These dogs show up to try to help those in need, and when the Foundation tried to stop it, it caused owned dogs to be taken in replacement. Very interesting. I wonder if this has something to do with the Mana Charitable Foundation. Well, everyone, that's it for this week's document review. Thank you so much for listening or watching, and my name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7. And I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.